Hi, I'm Michael Roub from Inflection 360. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about positioning your business to sell or to grow for the long term. In a lot of my videos, I spend time talking about getting the most value when you're selling your business or focusing on getting the best value when you're acquiring a practice because I've done a tremendous number of acquisitions. However, being positioned for long-term growth is as important or more important than any sale or acquisition process, simply because you never really know the outcome of an acquisition or divestiture until it happens. But you can build a business for long-term success with the right planning as well. But what made me think about doing this video in particular was I was recently sitting down with a long-term client of mine who about a year ago had said, Mike, I think it's time. I'd like to sell my business and move on, do something else. And he really wanted to kind of wash his hands and be done quickly. And I said, look, we need to take a step back and really evaluate what you've built, what could still be built, and make sure we understand all of the aspects of the business and are getting the best we can out of the business operationally, financially, to ensure that a buyer is going to see that value and we're going to get you the best result. And that required us to really take a step back to look at the financials, look at staffing, look at marketing, evaluate everything. And we knew it'd be a little bit of a grind, and reluctantly I got him to come on board with the idea of doing so. And we were able in that regard to really prepare the business for a proper sale, nothing urgent, figure out where there was opportunities for improvement, and take care of those things long before marketing the transaction. So together we rolled up our sleeves, got down to business, and found some meaningful opportunities to create additional value and certainly better position the business, the story, the financials for long-term success and for value in a sale. When he started his business 2 decades ago, he didn't know where it was going to lead. He didn't know if he'd be able to feed his family, have a career out of it, or if it would fail. But he worked diligently. He prepared for each day, prepared for each year, planned ahead, and built a very successful business. And that patience and planning paid off for him to the point where, looking at where he is today, he's getting a value more than double of what he would have been happy receiving just a couple of years ago. And it wasn't that he created necessarily that much more value today, but he had it better positioned. He'd taken the necessary steps to unlock that value. And so I want to take a little bit from that and share it with other clients and people like you, owners like you, and help understand how a small and medium-sized businesses, which are often so personal, something you've built with your own hands and your own effort and energy, that you're going to get the value you want out of it, whether it's for long-term growth, transitioning it to family down the road, or selling it. So there's always ways to increase value, and it's just a matter of how do you unlock them. And really, one of the first ways I recommend in helping to find that value is getting an outside perspective. The client we were talking about there is somebody I've been working with for a period of time, so he's getting my outside opinion. I don't live in the business day to day, but I know it pretty well. Actually, I know extremely well. But any business owner is going to benefit from an outside perspective. Typically, you can be your own worst enemy. You know the business better than everyone. You know how to make it successful. But you're so busy in day-to-day processes and procedures and running the business as is that it's often very hard for any owner, good or bad, to take a step back, reassess, redirect, make strategic shifts, really change the way anything is functioning in the business. So most business owners would really benefit from outside advice and support, and that's why there's lots of consultants out there and lots of executive coaches. But the hardest part is asking for help, raising your hand saying, I could use some help, and then in that regard also asking the right person for help. Not all advice is created equal. You want somebody who can be unbiased, be frank, be thoughtful, and be, frankly, most of all, be insightful. Someone who has experience or expertise that will really help your business. Advice needs to be business specific, company specific, people specific. I believe that's sort of the mantra on which Inflection 360 was started, is that there is no cookie cutter approach to helping your business be successful. What is your strength may be your competitor's biggest weakness. You may be an operational guru, superstar, but you may be lacking a little bit in your financial sophistication, whereas your competitor might be really strong in managing the balance sheet, but doesn't really know how to drive revenue growth. Every business is different, and so the advice you get and the partner you work with has to recognize that and be able to play to your strengths and augment your weaknesses. So that's how we look at a business opportunity. We want to understand, what's going to be the challenges that impact your growth, and then where's the value that can be brought to drive results. It all starts with learning the business from the experts, as an advisor, and that's you, the business owner, or the management team. Nobody knows the business better than you do. So we start by talking to you and learning the business from your perspective, understanding what you feel the opportunities are, where you feel the challenges are, then adding on that additional value and working collaboratively to design the right business plan or strategic plan and then execute on it. So, everyone wants to understand what a buyer wants if they're going to sell their business, and an advisor can help you position the business to put the best light on it, and really, as I often say, put a bow on your business. And if you listen to any of my other videos, I sort of harp on a couple of the same points. But planning and preparation, my whole business career is built on pragmatism, taking the right steps, checking the boxes down the list to make sure you're covering all of your bases. Sales process takes that, a growth plan takes that, and again, that checking the box and planning preparation might be going back to step one and making sure that nothing has changed fundamentally in the business that would cause you to change what you thought the strategy would be. You would spend, if you were going to launch a new product for your business, you would spend days, weeks, months, maybe even years understanding the product potential, what customers would pay for it, how big the market could be. So if you're thinking about putting your business up for sale, which drives tremendous value for you, you'd want to take all those same steps as well. Nothing should be done haphazardly, and that starts with having the right team helping you. That's preparing properly internally, not doing so in a way that you don't lose focus on your core business, and really that process and those results will drive tremendous amount of additional value. Speaking from experience, I've seen too many times where business owners have left millions of dollars on the table. I know because I bought those practices or businesses. They've left millions on the table because they didn't properly prepare. A little side note on medical and dental, where I've done a lot of work over the years, and not different than any small or medium-sized business. Doctors are great at running their operations, treating patients, and making sure that they're driving their top line success. But the other challenges of the business and having a perspective on different opportunities and how to best position the business would be a big challenge for many medical dental owners. And if you're going to sell your business to a large group, in dental, a DSO, or medical and dental, a private equity group, there's a lot of additional hurdles you'll have to take on, which a normal broker may not be well positioned to handle for you or properly address. So just like any other small or medium-sized business, if you're going to think about how you can better grow your business and scale it, or how you can position to sell, outside advice is going to be extremely valuable as well. Not at the time of sale, but in the 2 years leading up through that process and then into the sales process. So my key takeaway here is every business is unique. Each client has their own story, and you have to understand what you have as a strength or strengths and where you have weaknesses or deficiencies. And having somebody else take a look at your business and work with you to better understand both those strengths and weaknesses is really going to better prepare you for long-term success and get you maximum value, whether you grow it for the long term or whether you're positioning it to sell. If you'd like to learn more about Inflection 360, you can visit our website or you can schedule a call. I'd love to hear from you and learn more about how we can help your business thrive. Thank you.